guys, this is Monica with the romoplans, and today I am back here to share with you some of the items that are going to be launching on October 20th from MakseLife. So if you're not familiar with MakseLife, it is a goal setting and planning company. It was founded by Sierra, a friend who is a longtime planner girl and life coach, and she created a planner that has all of your planning and your goal setting in it together. The company is relatively new. They're going into their 4th year, but they just keep getting better and better. And so I am super excited to be involved in their review crew this year and to share the items with you. I don't have everything, but I do have a selection of items to share with you. And I will talk about all of the other items and pop up some pictures where I can, just so you can kind of get a feel of everything that's going to be offered on the 20th, so you can make the best decision if you want to join the Moxie fam. So let's go ahead and jump into the Flagship Planner. That is their main planner. So I'm just going to move this stuff to the side. So their planners do come in this really nice storage box. It says MakseLife Goal Setting and Planning System. It has a design on it. The design that's on the box will vary depending on what kind of planner that you get. They do have 4 different covers. They have 2 artist covers and 2 non-artist covers. The cover that I got was an artist cover. So this cover is the Modern Chevron. It is from Honey Creative LLC. I will have her and the other artists linked down below as well, their Instagram pages. And the colors in this are just super pretty. They have greens and grays and purple. I love purple. So this just really got my attention, and I just love the chevron on it. On the back, it has in gold foil, MakseLife, and then in a purple box. All of their planners do come with a strap on there, which is nice because if you do use stickers, it can get a little bit thick. Not super thick like my standard coil typically does, but it is nice to have that strap already on there. And then speaking of the coil, it is a different coil color. So it's more of a true gold, lighter color than in previous years. So I went ahead and grabbed my 2022 planner, so you can definitely see the difference in the coil color with this. This is a more like copper color and this is more gold. I love the update to the coil color. I know wire abounding is a hot topic. Some people love it, some people hate it. But due to the size of the planner, that's just kind of the binding that they have. All right, so talking about the other covers, the second artist series covers is called Blackberry Fields, and it is by Cindy at Llama Letters. She is no stranger to the planner community, so you probably have heard of her. You probably have seen her lettering. So she is just an amazing artist, and she did a Blackberry Fields one. There's also the 2 non-artist series. The first one is called Watercolor Sunrise. It's a pretty watercolor scene with a quote on it. And then you have Storm, which is just a gray color. And the coil color on there is a platinum. A lot of different options, so you can really find what you're looking for, no matter your taste. All right, so let's just jump in. The process has not changed, the information has not changed, but the way they have presented it has changed. And I absolutely love the changes that they made this year. I think it's a lot easier to read. It has little pops of color, but there's a lot more white space, and it's just easier on the eyes, in my opinion. And I love the new font that they chose and the nice bolder letter. All right, so we start off with MakseLife 2023, just normal who does this belong to page. And then we have their page of how to find them, how to connect with them. So they have a couple of different ways that you can find them. They have their website. They also have Club Moxie, which is a coaching program that Sierra runs. It comes with a Facebook group and coaching calls. Each quarter and each month has a theme, in there, and you have training. They open it up every quarter, so it is closed for quarter 4 right now, but it will be open up for quarter 1. So if it's something that you're interested in, definitely be on the lookout for that when it's open. It's just an amazing program, and you really get to connect with people. You get sneak peeks as well. So Sierra spills all the beans in Club Moxie. They also have their hello@makselife.com just for general questions. Their Facebook group. This Facebook group is free, so it is a great spot for if you have to connect with people about your goals and for inspiration as well. And then they have their Instagram page and their YouTube channel. The letter is the same as previous years, but again, the formatting has been updated. I love this Welcome to our Moxie fam in the Moxie colors. I think it's so cute, that pop of color. I like that the font is a little bit bigger. It's bolder here. And this is just Sierra welcoming you into the planner, and then letting you know where Moxie comes from and kind of the background of where the planner came from. So then you have your goal setting pages. So it first starts with getting started, and it kind of takes you through the system, and it takes you through the weekly and daily features. It also takes you through the steps. So you have your compass assessment, you set your intentions, you have your annual goals and vision, your monthly goals and weekly actions, and then your monthly reflections and your quarterly review. And then it takes you first into the compass assessment. So this is where you are establishing a starting point, evaluating your life as a whole within those 8 areas. And that way you kind of know where you are, so you can figure out where you want to go. So the 8 areas of life that they have in the system is personal, fun and recreation, work and learning, family and relationships, health and wellness, spiritual and personal growth, financial and physical environment. And then it has an example. You can put your numbers in here however you want to do. Some people use markers, some people use pens. And then some people, what I like is putting where you are and then where you would like to be at the end of the year. So if you're currently on like 5 or 6, if you want to be on 7 or 8, so you can kind of see at the beginning of the year when you looked at your personal, where you were and where you would like to be, and kind of see at the end of the year how close you were to where you intentionally wanted to be. I hope that made sense. So it takes you through the steps of the compass assessment. And then you have your assessment scoring. So each of the 8 areas of life have 8 questions, and you just average the score. It's really up to you on how you round this. Everyone's different. If you take the assessment scoring every quarter, then I would just say keep the rounding the same to keep it consistent. But Sierra actually encourages that for the quarterly assessments to just kind of give yourself a score. I like to retake the assessment every time, just because it keeps it more consistent, and it helps me to kind of have a structure on where that score is coming from. That's just me. So this is where your scores come from. And then you have your intentions. So it's looking at what could you use more of in your life this year, what could you use less of, what characteristics would you like to nurture this year, 3 habits you want to develop. This year you'll be more, you'll do less, you'll give yourself grace for, you'll let go of, you'll embrace, and then your word of the year and what that word means to you. The actual, prep for your goals is very small comparatively to other goal setting systems. And then you have this page about setting goals. I love this big blue box, just that pop of color, and committing to your goals, reviewing your goals, and removing goals, because you can remove goals. It is okay. That kind of takes you through that. And then it takes you through writing your goals. Again, I love this blue box, and it just makes it easier to read and to kind of hone it and focus on different things. So talking about writing your goals, and it talks about being specific I do not feel like every goal needs to be specific and measurable, but that's just me. There are some goals that works really well with, and there's some that they don't work as well, at least for me. And then it talks about the 3 types of goals. So you have your stretch goals, which is kind of your long-term dreams, wishes, your progress goals, which is take you from where you are to where you want to be, and then your maintenance goals, which are goals and tasks that you're working on in your life. And then you have your annual goals, your long-term vision, your monthly goals, so you're breaking it down on a monthly basis, and then your weekly actions, and what are you going to do each week to make sure that you're meeting your monthly goals that will make sure you're meeting your yearly goals. And then it talks about the weekly reflection questions. Reflection is a big part of the MakseLife system. So they have a page where you can look at what were your wins for the week, what worked, what didn't work, what adjustments or lessons do you need to make moving forward to help you be more successful with your goals. And I love this page right here. It's things to consider in each area of life when writing your goals. I struggle between personal and fun and recreation because in my life that there's a lot of overlap with that. So this just kind of helps me hone in on what could go in which category. So then you have a dot grid page. You can use this to brainstorm your goals, to mind map, whatever you want to do in this page is up to you. And then it comes to writing out your goals. This is where one of the big changes comes in. So previously, your annual goals this was a lined section. So Sierra changed it to a dot grid section to give you more flexibility on how you write out your annual goals. She understands that some people kind of use this section to mind map and break down their goals. Some people just use them to list them out. So she wanted to give you full flexibility with this section. On these 2 pages, it's the first 4 categories. You have a focus for every goal, and you have how will my life improve by reaching this goal. So the colors did change a little bit, but not much from previous years. So you probably can't tell too much on the screen, but they did change just a little bit. So then the next 2 pages are the last 4 categories, and it's the same thing. You have the dot grid section, your focus, and how will your life improve. So you can just write out your annual goals however your mind works. Then you have 2 pages for a vision board. You can really decide how to do this. Last year, I went into Canva. I got pictures from Pinterest or the internet, and I used those pictures, and I separated out, took the 2 pages, separated it out into all of the areas, all of my goals, and what I wanted to accomplish, and then printed it out on sticker paper, cut it out, and put it in here. But you can decide however works for you to do your vision board. And then this page just has some goal setting quick tips here for you. And then you get into the monthly section. So each monthly divider, it's the same paperweight, but it has the laminated. I can tell you that I use the vertical planner all of 2021, and I never had an issue with this not being a thicker paper. Their paper is 120 GSM paper, so it is super thick. It's smooth, but it's not plum paper smooth. It's a bright white. I absolutely love their paper. But on January, you actually have a quote from Sierra, and it says, "Who you become in the process of working towards your goals is as important, if not more than, crossing the finish lines of achievement." And I love this because it's a great reminder that even though you may not achieve your goals, you may have certain mindset shifts or different things like that you really learned a lot about yourself within going through the process of things that you learn a lot about yourself that is more important than actually completing the goal. And in the monthly section, it pretty much did not change. The format of the quote changed, but that's pretty much it. The font changed. And then you have the color on the date dots and the color on the words up here. But that's all the color that you have on here. And then you have the little mini calendar. And then you have a spot for your monthly goals, and this is a lined section. And again, not a lot of change here. You do have a focus for each goal for the month. You have a quote up here. The format of that changed, but that's pretty much it. And then for each week, you have this reflection page and you have weekly actions. So this reflection page, it is a dot grid page, so you can really use it for anything you want to use it for. But at the top, they have reflect on wins, what worked, what didn't work, lessons learned, adjustments needed, and they have a coaching tip at the bottom. So, but you can really use it. I've seen people use it for meal planning. I've used it for like a memory page sometimes. So it just really depends on what you want to do. And then for your weekly actions, you have a spot for all 8 categories, and you can write out what you want to do within that week to make progress on your goals. And as far as like, does this reflection page go for this week or the previous week? I think Sierra said one time that it actually goes for the previous week, but I use it for this week. So I would use this for December 26th through January 1st, and then going forward that way. But it's up to you. So this is the vertical layout. They also have a horizontal layout, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. But I absolutely love this. One change that they made was they took the color off of this page. The only color is these red hearts. All of this is the Moxie gray color. So it's really neutral. It is lined vertical. I love that it doesn't have the 3 spots. So it gives you full flexibility of what you want to do within this page. And then this is the current year's horizontal. The only thing that has changed with this current year, with 2023 from 2022, is all of this color is dark grays instead of the month color. But this is what the horizontal looks like. You have these boxes, and then you have this line section. And that is what the week goes into. Then it goes into a weekly reflection page and your weekly actions, and then your weekly spread. So at the end of the month, you have your monthly reflections. So you're looking at what your biggest wins for the month were, what are you currently working on, what's not working, what you've learned, what improvements or adjustments are you going to make, what are you most grateful for, habits you want to nurture, and then areas you want to focus on, and then you can rate your month from 1 to 10. So then the February divider is just a quote, and this is the format of the rest of the dividers. So February says, trust yourself more. And then the February color on the monthly is red. And then March says, little steps make big things happen. March is green. So then at the end of March, because it is the end of a quarter, you have your monthly reflections, and then you have your quarterly compass. So like I said, you can either assign yourself a number for each of the categories, or you can go back through and do the assessment. They do have the assessment on their site as a free printable. They have lots of free printables on their site. So if you're wanting to kind of take a deeper dive into the system before launch and just kind of look at it or try it out for the rest of the year, then you can definitely do that. They have tons of stuff on their website for their system. So then you do the compass assessment, and then you put your current score in, and then you put your previous score in. One tip that I got from Cindy over at Llama Letters is don't put your previous score in until you have your current. That way, whatever your previous score is doesn't hinder or affect what your current score is. So then you kind of take a look and see how your score changed and what personal actions contributed the most to the results. 3 words of how you generally felt over the last 90 days. Where was your biggest opportunity for growth, and what area of life will be your main focus over the next 90 days? So really looking at where you are versus where you were, and what changes, what attributed to the growth and what held you back, and then what changes you can make. Then you have a line page, and this would actually be really good if you want to set quarterly goals. You could put your second quarter goals on this page. I did that this year, and setting the quarterly goals has really helped me. So that is something that you can use the line page for. So then you have April, progress, not perfection, probably one of my favorite quotes. And then May is do it scared. June is learn to rest, not quit. And then June, you have your quarterly compass as well. July is when you feel your best, you do your best. August is find your fire. September is own your story. And then September, you have your quarterly compass. October is enjoy the journey. November is your mindset is your superpower. December is stay curious. And then at the end of December, you have your quarterly compass. And then the extras tab says invest in your future self. So you have your 2023 and your 2024 year at a glance. You have some spots down here if you want to put dates of things that are coming up. And then you go into the note section. There are 9 lined pages in the note section. And then you have this folder. And then you have stickers. And these are updated with the new colors. So you have some dot stickers, stretch goal, the little icons, and then some flag stickers. And then you also have this pocket back here. So that is the Flagship Planner. Because it's the wire binding, when you're closing it, just make sure you are closing it this way. So that is the yearly planner. I don't have the 2023 daily planner, but I did want to show you, I have the 2022 daily planner. So I will pop up on the screen the 4 colors for the daily planner. I absolutely love the 4 colors. I think they coordinate so well together, and they just really, they're just beautiful. I love blue and grays, so it's really calling my name. The covers are thinner than the 2022 version, and they actually turn better on the coil. So I'm not going to go through the goal setting pages because it's the same as what's in the yearly planner. But I'm just going to show you the daily is undated. So you don't have any numbers or the month or anything. It is an A5. You have your monthly goals. You have your, but I will say a friend of mine, she actually uses this kind of as her quarterly goals, which is really nice too. So if you're just setting your goals on a quarterly basis, this is a really good option as well. And then you have your reflection page, your weekly action page. And then your layout for the daily, you have your weekly overview. So you have week of, and then your focus, and then just a horizontal section for each of the dates. And then you have your daily page. It has a big long to-do list, like a top 3, your date, your focus. And then this is kind of a timed section. So you can just kind of put your schedule in. You have a dot grid section with these 3 blocks, with these 3 boxes. And you just have 7 of those, and that's how the month goes. You have a reflection page, weekly action page, weekly page, and 7 daily pages. And then you have your monthly reflections, and that's how each of the months go. And then you have an assessment tab, So you have your quarterly assessment. So at the end of the quarter, you can do your quarterly assessment. You have a dot grid page, and then you have your extra tab. So you have the future plans, and then you have quite a bit of dot grid pages. So I think I counted 16 dot grid pages. So a ton of pages, especially for a quarterly planner. And then you have this that has the months, a folder, the sticker page, and then you have this pocket. So that is the 2022 daily planner, but like I said, the layout has not changed. So it'll give you a good idea of what the layout is for the daily planner, but the goal setting pages will be the same as what I showed you in the flagship. In addition to the wire binding, in addition to the flagship and the quarterly daily coiled, you have unpunched inserts that are A5 of the daily pages that are quarterly. You also, this year, they introduced, you can get a pack of 30 either lined or dot grid unpunched pages. So you can either punch them for discs or punch them for rings. It is completely up to you. So you also have that option. On the site right now, they do have their 2022 6-month undated coil and unpunched 7x9 options. When those sell out, those will not be restocked, and those will have the 2022 format. So they will look a little bit different, but like I said, all of the goal setting pages are the same. It's just the format has changed. You're not really losing anything if you decide to get those. But if you do decide to get those, once they sell out, they are gone. So if you pick up the 6-month, definitely you may want to pick up 2 instead, because just so you can make sure that you have it. Another thing they have is the companion notebooks. It is A5 notebooks. You get a pack of 5, and one of them has the goal setting pages in it, and then you get a notebook for each quarter, and they have all of the weekly actions, weekly reflections, and goal pages and monthly goal pages there. So you can easily carry it around if you are already using a planner that you love. And since it's A5, if you're using a 7x9 and it has a folder in the back, then you can just pop that in the folder very easily. I've also seen people that have torn the pages out and punched them to go in a ring planner or a disc planner as well. I do not have the new companion notebooks, but they did get a little bit of an upgrade this year with the new colors. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk about that I do have for you is their daily reflections and gratitude notebook. So they came out with a couple of these new this year. So these are A5. They have the rounded corners. The new companion notebooks also have the rounded corners. The previous ones, they did not have rounded corners, and I just think that it gives it kind of a nice look when they have the rounded corners. This has 61 pages of these daily reflections and gratitude. So you have how you felt today, your energy level, your mood, 5 things that you're grateful for, something that brought you joy, your wins, how you grew today, what you're proud of yourself for, and what's something tomorrow you can do tomorrow to make it a good day. So just kind of reflecting on how the day went, how you're feeling for the day, and then also your gratitude for the day. It is 61 pages. There are not monthly pages, so you can use this. And what I love about it is that if you skip a page, that's fine, because it's just a notebook of all these pages. And it's in that gray color. Then they also have the daily intentions notebook in this pretty teal color. And so it is the same setup where it's just 61 of these pages. So this one is asking how you're feeling today. How do you want to feel? What do you need to do today to feel good? What do you want to attract to yourself today? That's a weird question to say like that. Today I will let go, say no to. Today I will embrace. Who is someone I want to make a mindful connection with? what is something I can do in 15 minutes or less that will positively impact my life. And then you have a spot to put an affirmation or a mantra. So again, there's no monthly pages, so you can just use this as you see fit. There's 61 in here. If you use it every day, it'll cover 2 months. And then this next thing, they have them on the website in a couple of different colors, I think gray and teal, but this is a new version of this, and it's just a dot grid notebook. It also has 61 pages, and just this is a 1/4 inch spacing. It has the new compass logo down here at the bottom, but it's just a dot grid notebook for you. And then all of these have the MakseLife in the platinum foil. I'll show you on the gray one. It just shows up a little bit better. And then they have the folio in either gray or blue. I did not get the folio. I am regretting not getting the folio because I absolutely love it. And I'm trying to decide if I want to get it at launch. I'm leaning towards yes, so we'll see. But they have, with the folio, you can put 4 A5 notebooks. So even if you have an A5 notebook from somewhere else, you can still put that in there. And then it has some pockets as well in a pen loop. So if you order at launch up through 10/24, you actually will get this 2022 year-end reflections free. They will also have this on the site to purchase as well if you want an extra one. But if you order through the 24th, you will get this included in your order. And I absolutely love this. This is just a good way to look back on 2022 and then look forward to 2023. So you have your 2022 year in review, you have your compass assessment, and then you can look and see where are you now, and where were you at the start of 2022, what increased the most, what decreased the most. And then it just has pages where you can write out your wins, your highlights of the year, your challenges, your lessons, your growth, your gratitude, what's working, what's not working, the impact and adjustments. And then it has some reflections. So 3 words to describe 2022, 3 words of how you felt in 2022, 3 words to describe how you want to feel in 2023. What are you most excited for? What areas of life will be your focus? What are you saying no to? What are you saying yes to? What are you going to stop apologizing for? I love that question. And what or who will be my support network? And then you have a couple of pages where you can just write a letter to yourself. And then you just have a couple of blank pages to use however you want to use them. So, but it's just a really great way to kind of look at how 2022 went and then what you want out of 2023, and to help you kind of see where you want your goals to be. So one of the last accessories that I got was this stencil bookmark. This is a metal, but this comes up or it can go down, so you can just kind of mark your place in your planner like that. And then you have a spot for different kinds of checklists, and these line up perfectly with their line spacing. So you have square, hexagon, heart, and circle. And then you have different things that line up perfectly within the columns. You have a rectangle, skinny, like a 1/4 box kind of size, and then a 1/2 box kind of size, and then different color flags, and then different size flags. So this is great. It's very functional. It's, like I said, it's metal, so it's definitely going to hold up for a while. And then that way, if you're just using kind of pen or marker, then you can do that, and it just is really awesome. The last thing that I got was the weekly sticky notepad. They currently have one like this for the daily. So what this is, it is a sticky notepad, and because it is a sticky notepad, the paper is not as thick as the paper in the planner, just because of the nature of the product. But it has your week of, your focus, and then your week. So it's the exact same thing as the weekly overview. Like I said, they have one on the site now that has the daily page here. And you get quite a few. I think I counted this, and you got more than a year's worth when I counted it, I believe. So this is just really good. This would be really good if you wanted to use it like a meal plan and then just stick it somewhere, then you can do that, or just what you kind of have coming up the week, and if you want to stick it somewhere, you can do that. I also wanted to show you some of my favorite accessories that I absolutely love. And the first ones, if you are getting the Flagship Planner, I think are a must-have. And that is their bookmarks. So it comes in a pack of 3. I actually got these at the end of 2020, and I have used them ever since. So you get one that says your vision, and I usually put that on my annual goals. And then you get one that says monthly goals, and I put that on my monthly goals. And then you get one that says this week, and I put that on this week. So these are really good. They keep your place. They pop in and out really easily. And like I said, I've had these for like 2 years. So they hold up really well. The second thing is their pen pouch. So this is a stand-up pen pouch. It's got a gray bottom with a white top, and it has the MakseLife tag on it. When you open it up, the inside is like this mint teal color. You bring this down, and it just stands up on your desk. I have my highlighters in it, but as you can see, it can do tall pens along with short pens. But this would be great. It's a great gift for a student because they can just throw all their pens, markers, highlighters in here, throw it in their bag, and then stick it on top of their desk, and they're all there. So, and then when you get done, you just lift it up and you zip it out. I absolutely love this thing, and it's just really nice to have for a lot of different reasons. Like if you're traveling somewhere, if you're going to and from work, and there's certain pens that you want to take with you, but you don't want to leave in your office, then it's easy to do that. So, and then the third thing is their adhesive pen loop. So if there is a specific kind of pen that you like to use with your planner and you want to put it with your planner, then you can just put this in there and use that as well. They have other accessories. They have a checklist and hourly washi. They have habit tracker sticky notes. They have die cut stickers. They do have a functional sticker book. One thing that I will say with the functional sticker book is the old color scheme. So the colors will be very similar, but they will not match exactly. But speaking of, I left out one of the things I'm most excited about this year. Due to supply chain issues, they were not able to get to us in time before launch. And so, but they are the Moxie markers, and I'll pop some pictures on the screen, but they are awesome. They are color coded. They match the colors exactly, which is why the colors changed slightly. So they are also labeled for all of the areas of life. You get a pack of 9 in a really cool case as well. And so you get one for each area of life, and then you get the Moxie gray color. So I'm super excited about them. When they come in, I will probably do a pen test or a pen swatch and on Instagram. So be on the lookout for that. We just don't have them in hand yet. So that is all of the printed products. They do also have digital planners. I am going to kind of do a little bit of a flip through. I am not going to go super in depth with the digital planners, just because I am not a digital planner myself. So I feel like there are other people that are in the Maxe Review crew that use digital planning that will be able to give you a better idea on how to use the planner. So I will have a couple of those linked down below for you, but I did want to just show you what they offer. And so you have that in mind, but definitely for a more in-depth review, because I am very new with digital planning. I just played around with it a little bit. So let me go ahead and just grab my iPad. Okay, first I want to say sorry, my iPad, I'm noticing now that it needs cleaning, so I'm sorry if that's bothering you. So these covers are not the covers that it comes with normally. So I added in, you can get the PNG images. So this is the Blackberry field cover that Cindy did. It is so pretty. It was really hard to decide between the covers. So I added a page before the first page, and I just blew the PNG up with this and to do the cover. I don't know if there's an easier way to do that, but that's what I did. So the actual first page of the weekly planner is this page. So you have, it looks very much like the printed planner, and you can get this in, they actually have the vertical weekly, the horizontal weekly, and the daily. But I just have the vertical weekly on here because I figured if I use it digitally, then that's the one I would use. So there are a ton of hyperlinks in here. I think Darian said something like 100,000 hyperlinks within the planner. We're not going to go through all of them because, yeah. So same thing, you have your letter from Sierra, you have a table of contents, note paper templates. So if you click on this, it'll take you into a dot grid section. And then if you click up here, let me just grab my Apple Pencil. I told y'all, I'm not the best person to be doing this. So definitely check out some of the links down below for more in-depth. But you have the links up here. This is the blank. This is the graph. And then you have lined. And then up here you have like different sections. So you have 16 sections here. And then right here is the home button. So you can go home or back to where you were. And then it just takes you through all of this. So we're just going to go back here. So then you have your note section, which is the notebook section that we were in. So this is the title page, and you can title it out with the 16 sections. And then you can either click on the one there and then click notes to go back, or you can click up here and it'll take you to that section. So there's that. And then up here are your different formats. And then you have this sticker section. So you have just this page, but you can always add a different page. So if you go here to those 3 dots and then you just click this, you can add page before or after or duplicate. But then that's the end of the planner. Okay. So then you have the monthly. So you can actually, so when you're on the monthly, when you click the January, you have it here. And then, so say you want to, you can plan out your month and then say you want to go, okay, I want to go to the 7th. That will take you to the week that the 7th is in. And like I said, they did an amazing job with making this look exactly like the printed planner. And then you can go up here to your weekly actions and you come to your weekly reflections and your weekly actions page. You can go back to January and then you can just do that however you want to do it. There we go. And then you can go down here to January goals. And then once you do the goals, if you click up here, it'll take you to the goal instructions and the intentions. And then up here, the 3 goal types, if you want to go back there. And then you can go up here to the January through December goals. And I like that it has like the colors that it corresponds to. And then you have your January reflections here. And yes, I think that's it for January. So that's just how it goes with every month. So like with April, you will take you to the week in April. That'll take you to the weekly actions for that week. That'll take you to the April goals and the April reflections. And then down here you have assessment. So you have your life compass and then your assessment scoring. And then if you come up here, you have the life compass here. Then you have the quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. And then you can go straight to your intentions, straight to your annual goals, and then straight to your vision board. So that is the weekly planner pretty much, as far as what I can tell of it from what I've played around with it. So definitely, I love it. If you like digital planning, I think they thought of everything. I love that everything is hyperlinked together. So moving around the planner is very easy. So that is the weekly planner. And then they have the daily intentions, notepad, the daily intentions and the daily reflections. So these, that if you buy these 2 together, you actually get these at a discounted than if you were to buy them separately. This is the watercolor sunrise cover that's coming in with the flagships. And it says, there is a past version of yourself that is so proud of how far you've come. Absolutely love this. Like I said, the cover choice was hard this year. So I went ahead, added a page before the main page, and then just put the PNG in here. But this is what the actual first page of this looks like. So it's the same thing, but this is actually has it for the year. Whereas the printed one, you only get 2 months worth. So you have daily intentions, and I love it that they made it look like this is a notepad that has the paper ripped. Like, I love that detail of that. So it has the same questions, and then you have January, and then you can just go through the dates, and then you can go in the month, and then go through the dates as well. So it's easy to get to all the dates. Everything is hyperlinked, but y'all, I love that. All right, so that is the daily intentions. The daily reflection is kind of the same thing. So this is like the actual main page to it, and then you have that cool design, and then it's all of the questions, but it has all of the months and then all of the dates hyperlinked, so it's easy to navigate to whatever day you're looking to do. So that is the daily reflections and gratitude and the daily intentions notepad. Then there is the MakseLife notebook. They have a colorful and a neutral version of this. I have the colorful version here. It's the same thing except all of this is gray and the neutral. So this is the first page. You have 12 sections. So you have your table of contents here. And then here are all of the different types of pages. I'm not going to go through every one of these, but like you have lined, 2-column line, legal, Kanban board, which is very interesting. I like that. And then you have dot grid, Cornell, 4 boxes, a habit tracker, grid, Cornell grid, list ×2, storyboard. I just want to see a storyboard. You have the 8 boxes with some lines. And then you have blank, Cornell dot, list times 4, monthly plan. So that's awesome because, you know, if you wanted to do, kind of make this a mill planning notebook, you could do that. You could make a monthly, have a monthly here, and then because it has the 12 sections, you could do that totally. And then you have spreadsheet, Cornell blank, list times 8, and then sheet music. So no matter what you want to do, they pretty much have a template for you that you can do. And then if you just go here, each one has the divider. And then, like I said, the same way you can go to this, and you can see that it's just the divider, and you can just add a page, and then you would just go here. So you could go like, let's see, you could duplicate this page, and then you can move it. There. So then when you go to this page, so if you go to this page, oh wait, it's down here. So when you go to this page and you scroll over, then you have your habit tracker or your checklist page. So that's kind of how you would do it there. You would just, all of the templates are here, so you can duplicate it and then move it to whatever section you want it to be in. And then you have a spot for stickers and your color palette as well. And that's in this tab down here. But that is the notebook. I think that's really cool. There's a lot of things that you could do with this. Like I said, you can make this a mill planning notebook because anything that you kind of want to keep track of for the months, you can do that. You can make this a wellness journal, anything like that. So that is awesome. So that is the MakseLife Colorful Notebook. They are also coming out with digital functional sticker books. So they'll have 2 sticker books, one with bold, one with pastel colors. And then each of those will have at least 1,200 stickers in the sticker book. So I don't have that with me. They were still finalizing that. So I don't have that, but that is something else that is coming for digital planning. And then the same way where if you do an order with the planner, you get the 2022 yearly reflections gift with purchase through the 24th. That is the same. You get the same deal with the digital. So if you are a digital planner only and you get the digital planner, then you will get the 2022 yearly reflections in a digital format, just like you would if you were to get a printed planner. So that is everything. There is a lot coming out on the 20th of October. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments and let me know what you're most excited for. I'm excited for everything, honestly. And I hope y'all have a great day.